Early this morning, I set off into the heart of Paris, eager to discover the energy of young Black and mixed-race communities, especially those embracing urban culture through skateboarding. Skating has long been an underground movement in the city, but in recent years, immediately after the hosting of the 2024 Olympics here in the city, it has become a defining expression of youth culture, particularly among the Afro-descendant and mixed communities who bring their own style and rhythm to the sport. My first stop was Place de la République, one of Paris's most popular skateboarding hubs. Here, I saw a mix of young skaters, some Black, some mixed race, all pushing, flipping, and gliding over the smooth concrete with a confidence that felt almost poetic. The sound of wheels scraping the pavement blended with the distant hum of Parisian traffic.
So, how are you?
Fine, and you?
Yeah. Tell us who you are.
I live in France. I was born here. I called Vitry. My parents from Haiti, Caribbean, and they've been there for almost 20 years. I work in Paris as a server. I work in a Japanese restaurant, ramen. I study art and also philosophy in La Sorbonne. I don't live in Paris for real, but I almost like hanging around there and all. Really good. Like there's a lot of activities that you can do in Paris. For example, go to museums. Here we are in Bastille, which is an important place in France where there's a lot of activities like skaters, the opera next to and everything. So that's the reason why I love Paris. But at the same time, as a Black female in this country, it's a bit difficult to really find yourself and like I don't know, like just you just feel different. Actually, the same feeling for all the Black people that are into white countries. We never really feel like we're really home, but I'm trying to manage myself and try to find like a place in this world, I guess. And the situation in my country is really difficult. There's a lot of problems there, like wars and everything, and it makes me really sad because there's a real connection between France and Haiti due to the fact that we're the first Black country that independent comes from slavery and everything. And to see the situation of our country right now, it's really sad. But my reason is trying as an Haitian woman to take all of I can from those places where they literally like take from us, and trying to study, trying to be intelligent, to also like spread this culture to all of my people and the people that I met.
So in conclusion, will you advise Black people to come and live in Paris or in France?
I don't really know. I know there's a lot of Black people who think that Paris is luxury, it's fast life, it's really cool and everything. But actually the reality is really different. It's really hard when you don't know the language, when you not come from here, and even when you know the language and you're born here, it's still really difficult because people don't really view you as someone who's come from there, and actually it's a bit normal, I guess. But I wouldn't say don't come there, because I think if you really want to come there and you have a dream or you really want to see something there, go. But just so you know, it's gonna be really difficult, and I think there's other country that more open with Black people and you can find more opportunities than France.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
After immersing myself in the energy of Paris's young Black skaters and conversation with the young Haitian artist, I moved further into the city, determined to uncover the entrepreneurial spirit thriving within the Black community. My first stop was Chateau d'Eau, a district known for its African shops, fabric stores, and food businesses. Here, I met Mrs. Chinwe, known as Ada Igbo Buruburu, a Nigerian woman who runs a beauty and cosmetic shop and accessories. She told me how she started.
Okay, my name is Mrs. Chinwe Okorigwe, known as Adibo Buruburu. I live here in France, and we are in my little place where I manage for now. We call this place Feeling Makeup Salon here in the heart of Paris, where you get your best of the best as far as hair, makeup, and all that is concerned.
Tell us, how did you manage to make an impact in this country, which is a French-speaking country, coming from an Anglophone English?
Really, coming to France was a bit of a challenge because of the language. You know, I'm one of those people that ran away from class during French classes. The only thing I knew when I came to France was bonjour, madame, bonjour, mademoiselle. And coming here, I was faced with that very strong hurdle of communicating with the language I never spoke in my country. And coming here is a whole new ball game. But I had one thing that helped me, and that is one thing I will always advise everybody, especially if you're African. If you're from my background, Igbo, I am Igbo by birth.
Which is in Nigeria, isn't it?
Which is in Nigeria, eastern part of Nigeria. And that is community. Don't ever undermine the power and the blessings of your community. I mean, we may disregard, we may try to disassociate with ourselves with our community all we want. We may decide to discredit our community all we want. We may even try to hate where we come from all we want. But when the chips are down, you find out that your community will play a very significant role in your life when you live in a place that is alien to you. When I came to France, I had no friends, I had no family here. But instantly, I had friends, I had family. I had people who gave me that support, who I could lay back on, who took me through the rudiments, who made me feel at home. And if you don't feel at home in a place, you can't even know how to put your foot in. So the moment I saw that I had friends that became sisters and brothers, I was able to be healthy, transition into what we're doing here. So I had to first of all learn the common ça va bien, parlez-vous français, no, you know. Then in French there is what they call tutoyer. Tutoyer is the kind of language you use for people you are accustomed to, that you know, that are friendly with you. And then you have the official French where you address people that you don't know with vous. So I started tutoying everybody, and sometimes it's irritating to French people when they don't know you come to an office for help and you tell them chu, and they're like, I don't know you, je connais pas, madame, you know. But with time, you know, you sink into it, and the rest is history. So my community here built me up. They played a very significant role in my being able to relax into the atmosphere and conquer. I had my state meeting, the Imo State meeting here. I joined them immediately, and I saw that there are people like me, and I saw the Igbo Union. I joined, and then from there you have Nigerian society, and you feel at home, because if not, man, it was very, very it wasn't a good experience. And imagine you doing it like you're all alone in this world. It wouldn't have helped me at all.
In terms of, is there any thought of discriminations and racial attitude did you encounter during your journey as a black? I know every black, especially Africans, do encounter discrimination. Will you highlight, if you do have and what can we do if that's the case?
Well, I will not be very popular for this, but I'll tell you the truth. If at all I encountered any disparity in race or whatever, it's from the black people.
Really?
Yes. I mean, we always like to throw that word around, racial disparity, racial this and that. But truth be told, we are so divisive amongst each other, more than anybody would want to divide us. Because when I came here, you are in somebody's country. You don't expect them to see you and, oh gosh, open hands, you know. You came to their country. It's not their fault that when we see white skin, anything skin that is different from ours in Africa, we embrace them like we sing God. It's not their fault. We always do that. When we see anything white skin, bleached skin, we see them as superior. But these people you came to, they're already feeling superior. You came to their place. So it's normal that anybody will treat you with a little bit of indifference when you come to their place. It's not racism. Racism is you going out of your way to take me out or to stop me from being. But when I found out that here, a lot of African countries divide. Once they see you, les Nigerians, les Nigerians. And this is coming from a francophone who is from maybe Ivory Coast, or maybe from Congo, or from Cameroon, or, you know, les Nigerians. No, je ne fais pas avec les Nigerians.
Really?
The worst are the black French, that the people, people we call entiers. You know, they just, a lot of them are intelligent and they are educated enough to, you know, but the
fight is between
it's
Africans
just between us,
Africa.
the blacks, you know. So the racial thing, it may be existing, but I will tell you that the most indifference I got is from somebody like me. Okay, when I just started making hair, I'll tell you one instance. When I just started making hair, I was introduced to a client who is from Cameroon, and she sat on my chair, and I was trying to understand the style she wanted to do. So in my very broken French, I asked her if she can show me on YouTube, and then she turned around and she said, Elle parle même pas français. She doesn't even speak French. And I was like, Madam, I spoke English. I said, Madam, even the YouTube you're opening was done by somebody in the US speaking English. Is it the language that will make your hair or my hands and my talent? And she said, elle me parle anglais. No, je veux pas. Donne-moi quelqu'un d'autre. I don't want, give me someone else. I don't want somebody that doesn't speak French to touch my hair. And this is a woman from Cameroon just by my side in Nigeria.
Oh my God.
Okay, so they gave her to someone else, and she was on that person's chair. And another client of mine came and was very nice, somebody from another part of Africa. And I finished making her hair before she finished, and she was looking at it, she was telling the person making, oh, she does her very well. Oh, she's very good. You see, so you find out that. And I'm telling you, it's been 9 years I've been doing this business. No white person have ever done that to me.
Really?
They come, they sit down, they tell you what they want to do, you do their hair, they get up, they ask you, how much do I owe you? They pay and they go. But if I have been threatened with police, it's from the black people.
Black community.
If I have been threatened with beating me up, it's from the black community. If I have been threatened with anything threatenable, it's from the black community. So what are we saying here?
Sad. Sad. So, ma'am, what will you advise anybody who intends to come to France?
Well, if you want to go anywhere, please, what I will first of all ask is, ask yourself, what are you going there to do? That is the first thing. If your plan is to go there and break law, don't come to France. To me, I believe that in France, especially in Paris where I live, police is just 2 people away from you.
Definitely.
They don't want you to come here and commit any illegality here. But they will leave you as far as they can to do your thing. I've never seen where they stopped people and started just arrest them because they are Africans. Before police stops you in this place to check on you, do this, do that, they must have followed you, or they must have heard something about you. So far, I think they respect human dignity and human rights. So if you can be upright, come here, do what you want to do, I don't think you're going to have problems with anybody. Don't expect too much. That's me. Don't expect too much from people. I don't expect the white people here to do me any good. They don't owe me nothing. I came here for my prosperity and for the progress of my family. I didn't come here to make friends with anybody. I don't think they owe my forefathers anything. Some people come with that sense of entitlement. They did this, they did that. Put that aside for now. Look for your own development. If that is what you're all about, you're going to get there. You're going to get there. Get your visa to France, get on that plane and come here. We are all here. And then when you come here, locate your community. They will help you a lot. If you can't locate your community, maybe your Congo, your Cameroon, look for me. I'm here.
Thank you.
And your community here.
Thank
we are
you.
Africans. One love.
Thank you, ma. Thanks for sharing your experience with us. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
After immersing myself in the world of Black entrepreneurs, I shifted my focus to one of the most powerful cultural connectors: food. I wanted to find the most authentic African dining experience in Paris, and after asking around, I was directed to Cuillère Africaine, a Cameroonian-owned restaurant known for its rich flavors and homely atmosphere. Located in the heart of Crimée, close to Rue de Flandre, this restaurant has built a reputation for serving traditional Cameroonian dishes with the warmth of home-cooked meals. As I stepped inside, the aroma of grilled fish, spicy ndolé, okra soup, and sizzling plantains immediately transported me to the streets of Douala or Yaoundé.
All right. Good evening, madam. How are you? And your name and where you from?
Mon nom c'est Nathalie Joël. Je viens du Cameroun, d'origine camerounaise. Et puis je vis en France depuis plus de 20 ans.
How did you start this big place, this restaurant?
Le restaurant, ça fait au moins 4 ans aujourd'hui que je l'ai. Et pour l'avoir, il a fallu travailler très dur. Bon, voilà. Et puis, c'était une aventure et je me suis lancée. Et voilà, j'ai dit que je vais voir ce que ça donne. J'ai commencé en 2020, en plein Covid. Et puis, le Covid a frappé fort, ce qui fait qu'on est resté fermé. Et puis, après le Covid, on a dû ouvrir et affronter tous les péripéties. Ça n'a pas été facile, mais grâce à Dieu, on est encore là.
Did you feel any discrimination because of your skin? Did you feel racism while you are working hard to start this place?
Non, j'ai pas de discrimination. Donc voilà, il a fallu bien être accepté. Je n'ai jamais été discriminée. Donc c'est le travail. Pour s'en sortir, je pense qu'il faut travailler très très dur. Il faut travailler 200-300%. Voilà.
What can you advise other Africans who want to work hard and start something like this?
À tous les Africains, je dirais que pour s'en sortir, il faut travailler. Il faut vraiment, vraiment travailler. Donc voilà, c'est le seul moyen de s'en sortir. Et travailler 2 fois, 3 fois plus, comme je viens de le dire précédemment. Voilà. Rien n'est donné, rien n'est acquis, on ne prend rien voilà, sans devoir travailler dur.
All right, ma'am. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Yeah.